Hello everyone. In this video we are going to learn about ICMP version 4. ICMP stands for Internet Control Message Protocol. This is one of the important protocol in the TCP/IP protocol suite. Before this we have discussed about the IP protocol, which is one of the important protocol. So in the IP protocol we have seen that how the datagram is delivered from a source to destination. But IP protocol is unreliable. Unreliable means there is no acknowledgement policy defined for this protocol. So when any transmission is happening from a source to destination, there are many possibilities that a packet may got error or the packet may be discarded during the transmission. It may be discarded by the routers, it may be discarded by the destination, but there is no provision to inform about this to the source, to the sender. One of the possible reason is, as we discussed, that the IP packet contains one information that is called TTL, that defines the life of the packet. If the TTL value becomes 0, then router is not going to be forward this packet for the transmission, and it is going to be discarded. But so far in the IP there is no provision to inform this behavior of the router to the sender. So we have seen that IP has no mechanism for this kind of error handling. So we didn't find any error reporting mechanism which is within the IP, and also to maintain the entire network or to maintain the routing tables or any other information which is required to make the network efficient. We don't have any such mechanism with the IP. Now to fill this gap, we have a ICMP which is going to make the communication reliable. Now if you look to the network layer, it consists of many important protocols. So far we have discussed about the IP and the ARP. If you look to the positioning of these protocols, so ICMP is somewhere little above than the IP. The meaning of this is that whenever the ICMP packet is delivered, it is always delivered within the IP. Means ICMP will always be going to encapsulate within the IP, and then IP is to be delivered to the next layer, which is a data link layer, to make a frame. So if you look at this structure, we have the ICMP message, and then ICMP message will always be encapsulated within the datagram. So this is a datagram, and then datagram is to be delivered to the down layer, which is a uh, data link layer, and data link layer will create a frame out of this and then deliver to the physical layer for delivery. One thing to note here is that whenever the IP packet is delivered for this ICMP, it carries the value 1. So if you remember when we were discussing about the IP header format, in the IP packet format it consists of 20 bytes minimum header, and in the header we have one field called protocol. So protocol will define that this IP is used with which other protocol. So now this IP can be used with IGMP, it can be used with ICMP. So if the protocol value is 1, that means this IP is carrying the ICMP message. So here you can see that 1 is the value which indicates that the protocol used with the IP is ICMP. Now ICMP messages are divided into two broad categories, or you can say the ICMP messages are basically used for two purposes. One purpose is called error reporting and other is called query messaging. So error reporting messages basically used for reporting the problems. So when the packet is delivered from the source to destination, it may be discarded by the router which is on the way, or even by the destination because of some reasons. Now this is to be informed to the sender. This is one of the purpose of the ICMP. The other purpose is query messaging. Query messaging means it is going to help the network manager or any host machine to get any specific information about the router. It can also help the host to discover and learn about the routers which are which are connected to this host machine or to this network. It can also help the host machine to discuss the routers which are a part of this network. Routers are also using these query messages to help the host machine to redirect the messages. It can helping the nodes or the host machine to to update the table so that the message can be delivered in an efficient way. So here you can see that ICMP messages have divided into two categories: error reporting messages and query messages. Now, error reporting messages means it will report all kind of error that can occur during the transmission. So there are many possible reasons uh, by which the error can occur, but all these uh, possible errors are divided into five categories, or you can say five types are defined. What are these types? One, error may be of kind destination not reachable, source quench. The other type is time exceeded. The other is parameter problem, and the redirection. So all the errors are categorized into five types, and each type may have many possible reasons. So when I say one type is destination not reachable or destination unreachable, now this is one error, and this is because of the many possible uh, reasons. So we'll see one by one what are the possible reasons when this kind of error will occur. So we can say here that we have type 3, and type 3 can happen because of these various reasons. So we have each region is assigned one code. So if the NAT unreachable is code 0, host unreachable is code 1, and all these reasons will actually belongs to this destination not reachable. Similarly, we have type 5, which is called redirection, and all these redirection kind of error are arising because of these three or four possible reasons. So we'll see one by one that what are the different kind of errors and why these errors are being raised. Let's have a look of the ICMP packet. So ICMP packet consists of this information. This is ICMP packet. So here you can see this consists of 8 bytes header. Now this out of 8 bytes, these 4 bytes are fixed. So we have seen that ICMP messages can be sent because of many possible reasons. There are many possible errors may occur, or ICMP can also be used for doing some query. So in all the cases, it will make a 8 bytes header. Out of 8 bytes, the 4 byte, this is 4 byte, this 4 byte is common for all. So this 4 byte consists of three fields: type, code, and checksum. The other 4 byte will depend on the nature of the error. And then we have a data part which will also contain some information which we'll see. So you can see the first 4 bytes is common to all. So this is a kind of summary where you can see that error reporting is one of the objective of this ICMP, and we have five kind of errors: destination unreachable, source quench, time exceeded, parameter problem, redirection, and each type of error is defined one type, and each type can have many different codes. So if you say destination unreachable, this is one kind of error whose type is 3, and then we have many different codes or reasons that cause this kind of error. So we'll see one by one.